biodiversity. Okay, as the word says, bio means life and the diversity means different kinds. So whenever we see in the earth atmosphere or in the around in and around, we see a different kind of things, starting from microorganism until it ends to the mammals, all the fishes, the birds, the variety of life kind we can see on the earth. Okay, and that is called as biodiversity. As the word says, diversity means different variety. Okay, different variety. That means in the earth, on the earth's atmosphere, there are different variety of life form can exist. When you look at the bird, there are different variety of bird. When you look at the frog, there are a different variety of the frogs can be seen. Okay, same way we learn the definition of biodiversity is sum total of all the forms of life on the earth, or sum total of all the species richness, and that is called biodiversity. There are different varieties of the life which is formed on the earth's surface. As you know the definition species, okay, or a genus or a kingdom, okay, you can see a different variety over there, a different characteristic features, okay, can be found. Just let us watch the video of this, okay, the life earth on the life, different type of lives on the earth.
Biodiversity is a term that represents the total variety of all life on earth. That's a big thing to sum up. Thousands of different wild habitats, millions of different species, billions of different individuals, and the trillions of different characteristics they all have. The total biodiversity of our planet is immense, which is a good thing, because the more biodiversity, the more secure all life on Earth is, including ourselves. Only when life is at its most varied, vigorous, biodiverse, can we hope to thrive. We may not know it, but we need towering forests across 1/3 of the land surface to lock away carbon and keep the climate stable. We need millions of pollinators and billions of soil organisms and megatons of plankton to keep the food we eat in supply. We need strange plants deep in jungles to create our medicines, and coral reefs and mangrove swamps to protect the coasts we depend upon. Our planet's biodiversity provides all the things we need for free, but it will only do so if there's lots of it, and at the moment it's under attack. In the last 50 years, our activities have dramatically reduced biodiversity across the globe. We've snuffed out habitats, reduced populations of wild animals by 60%, and even driven whole species extinct. The number of lions in Africa has dropped by 65%. The number of individual flying insects in Europe has dropped by 75%. The number of bluefin tuna in the Pacific has dropped by 95%. Biodiversity is dropping everywhere and fast. This is catastrophic for nature and therefore ourselves. We talk about climate change a lot, but biodiversity loss is as important an issue. How do we stop this loss of life? How do we ensure that biodiversity, our planet's vital statistic, begins to increase again? In fact, we already know exactly what to do.
So as the video says, okay, different life of forms on the earth, okay, it may be a extinct or endangered species, but different varieties. As the term the biodiversity was introduced by the American biologist Edward Wilson, and he told about a different variety of life form on the earth in a particular area or a habitat. There are three levels of biodiversity, which is called genetic, species and ecological diversity. Okay, so on that, we'll see the definition along with the example. Genetic diversity means diversity among the genes. Example, Ravulfia is a plant which produces the chemical which is called reserpine, and the Indian walks like Hallikar and Amritmahal. Okay, this comes under genetic diversity. There are different example also comes under in genetic diversity. Likewise, species. There are a variety of species on the earth and it is called as species diversity. Okay, and the example is frog species. There are different example. Under that one example is species diversity. Same way, ecological diversity, there is diversity among the our ecosystem, and that is the rainforest, mangrove, okay, estuaries, and coral reef. Starting from the herb, shrub, forest, and the trees and the forest, okay, all comes under ecological diversity. Okay, this is for what for today, students, and again the later things we discussed later. Okay, thank you for watching. Hope you understood.